So this is the syllabus for Orientation to Theological Studies for Spring Quarter 2022. Now, before we begin, I just want to refer you to the first few paragraphs of the syllabus where there's information about COVID-19. And so if you have any concerns, please email covidconcerns@fuller.edu. So here's the basic information about myself. My name is Jay Young. There's my email address. There's my phone number. And if you're interested in having a meeting with me to discuss anything about the class, please feel free. I encourage you to contact me and let's arrange something where we can talk. So the course description. This course is designed to equip beginning theology students with the competencies needed to succeed at Fuller Seminary. Students will be introduced to basic theological concepts while sharpening the research and writing skills needed to excel in graduate level studies. So the purpose of ST 511 is to introduce students who have had no prior exposure to theology and to expose them to basic theological ideas in order to prepare them for further theological work at Fuller. In addition to that, there's also the writing component of this class, which aims to equip students with the writing skills, with the theological writing skills necessary to succeed. And so, if you look at the learning outcomes, you will utilize critical thinking and analytical reading skills to evaluate doctrinal writings and argumentation, convey introductory knowledge of important theological topics and their relationship to the Christian life, and number 3, formulate their own theological positions in dialogue with diverse voices from across the Christian tradition. So, in terms of course format, this course will be conducted online on a 10-week schedule aligned with Fuller's academic calendar for a total of 160 course hours, which is outlined below in the assignment and assessment sections. So students are required to interact with the course lectures with each other, as well as the course reading materials as well. This is an online asynchronous course, which means it's designed so that students can go through the course at their own pace on a weekly basis. In other words, you can't do course 2 materials during course 1, but you can do the course 1 materials on a Monday when it's supposed to be finished by Friday. So here's the required reading, which is approximately 1,000 pages, more or less. First things first, in terms of the writing portion of the class, there are going to be resources on Fuller's Writing Center website, and there's a link right there, and it's going to be about 119 pages. And these materials are related to how to write, how to construct a thesis statement, how to do research, how to structure, how to write a book review, things of that matter. And then you're also going to be required to read 3 articles. And these articles are all available online through Fuller Library. So you just go to the library website, use the search function, search the title, and then there's going to be a link for you to access for free. In addition to these 3 articles, you'll also be required to read the following books. And I purposely and intentionally selected books that are available as an ebook, as a free ebook from Fuller's library. And then here you see there are 4 books here, and you're going to pick one book, and you're going to write a critical book review on that one book, which will be due around the 5th week. And it's going to be approximately 200 pages. Now, these first 3 books are all approximately 200 pages, but the Johnson book here is more than 200 pages. And so, as you see here, read up to chapter 9. And these are recommended readings, not required, but if you feel like you want to delve more deeply into these topics, you're always feel more than free to explore these books on your own. And this is the breakdown of the class. And pay attention to this. And so you will be assessed in terms of your grade based on this grading percentage. And so the reading itself is 10%. And towards the end of the course, there's going to be a link on the course Canvas where you'll self-report how many pages you read during the class. In addition, there are going to be 8 weekly discussion posts, and that's on Canvas as well, and 4 writing discussion posts, as well as a 1,250-word critical book review. Remember from these 4 books right here, where you pick one, and then a 300-word final paper. As you can see, the grade distribution is all around even, and so please be mindful of that. And so here's information on how to do the theology forum posts, as well as the writing forum posts. And here's information on how to do the critical book review, as well as the final research paper. And I want you to take a look at this. It's in red for a reason. It's really incredibly important. Due to Fuller Seminary-wide policy, there's absolutely no late submission allowed, even 1 minute late. Technical difficulties are not a valid excuse. Therefore, submit early. So, for example, for the final research paper, the due date is 11:59 p.m. So submit it at 11 p.m. Submit it at 10 p.m. because you never know what technical difficulties might arise. And in terms of how to write the final research paper, here we have research essay guidelines and topics. And so just read through this, and it's going to give you some direction on how to write the research paper. And then the other assignment, which is the critical book review, we will have a lesson during our course in which we discuss how to do critical book reviews. Suggested topics for the essay, theological research essay guidelines, the stuff you need, the requirements, formatting, that sort of information. And here is the grading rubric. So look at this very, very carefully as well. And this as well. 94 to 100 is an A, 90 to 93 is an A minus, and so on. And this stuff is really important too, so make sure to read through these carefully. And finally, I want to direct you to the course schedule. So it's going to be a 10-week course schedule, and each week we have here the topics that will be discussed, as well as the assignments, as well as an optional video recommendation, as well as the material you have to read, as well as the optional reading. And it's going to be like that for every single week. And then when there's something that's due, something really important, like say a critical book review, right? So there's going to be a reminder here, reminding you to get going on the critical book review, and then we have little notes here when it's due, and so forth. Now, of course, all this information will also be on the module. And if for some reason we need to update the course or change things a little bit, the syllabus will be changed and uploaded on Canvas accordingly. And I'll also make announcements through the Canvas. So that's the syllabus. If you have any questions, once again, please contact me by my email address. I'll be more than happy to discuss things with you. And yeah, I look forward to working with all of you. And goodbye.